Barcelona have registered interest in signing the Frenchman who goes by the name of Alexandre Lacazette in there, but they face steep competition from Atletico Madrid. Why do they want to sign Lacazette? Because his contract is expiring at Arsenal and they feel like they can get him at a cut price in January transfer window. Welcome to the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka Dune to this channel. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How does that happen? After subscribing, hit the notification bell. After hitting the notification bell, you will always get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, Lacazette came in at Arsenal in 2017 at £46.5 million from the French side, which goes by names of Lyon, and was signed by Arsene Wenger. Remember, Arsene Wenger really had a very good record of signing French players at a team which goes by names of Arsenal. Now, because he has really fallen out of favor of Arteta in there, Lacazette feels like he really wants to go away from Arsenal in there. And guess what? The first team that is interested in him is Barcelona, and another one goes by names of Atletico Madrid in there. Two Spanish teams fighting for this 30-year-old striker in there. A striker that I don't think he has done justice to Arsenal ever since he came in there. He's good, his quality is good, but how many goals has he put in the back of the net? That's the big question in there, because we're really going to look there and see in there. Now, Lacazette has only played, I think, 2 games for Arsenal this season. He played in the game of West Bromwich Albion, where he scored his first goal of the season, and he scored recently a penalty when they are playing the side which goes by names of AFC Wimbledon in there. So only 2 goals, 2 games played in there, and those are really the Carabao Cup games. But in the Premier League, he has not really catched a start into these so-called Premier League games. Even he's out of the picking order of a manager who goes by names of Mikel Arteta. So when you look at all these games, the first 2 games of Brentford and the side which goes by the names of Chelsea, Arsenal lost both games and he was really away because he was suffering from COVID-19. On his return, he returned back on the game of West Bromwich Albion, that is the Carabao Cup. He scored a goal in there. I think it was the 6th goal, and he also came off the bench in there. So these other Premier League games that I've seen Arsenal play against Man City, he didn't appear. Against Norwich, he didn't surface. Against Burnley over the weekend, he didn't surface. And I don't expect him to play any part in the game of Arsenal versus Spurs that is taking place on Sunday in there. So that shows you that he is out of sight of the manager who goes by names of Mikel Arteta. Now, him being out of sight, he really wants a move away from a side which goes by names of Arsenal, because he's no longer being called upon on the French national team. Yet he was a darling of Deschamps in there, but he no longer gets such, and he really wants to play because these players now have the money. All they want is to be playing regular football. At the age of 30, he's not yet worn out, because I think he's not a work ethic player. He's a player who really uses his brain in there. He does not use a lot of physique and energy onto the pitch. He's a man, if at all he really gets a team that creates very many chances, will come in and bury them. So sometimes he really disappoints, and Arsenal fans know that very well. I have my friend who goes on a Coty of the Coty Arsenal podcast in there. He really comes out and gives you the real description of Lacazette. But when you really expect him to deliver for the team, especially when the team really needs him a lot, he won't appear. When the game is already done, then Lacazette will play like the best striker in the world. You get? So that's the quality that, if I do want to improve a team at Arsenal, that's quality you should get done with and still off, because you need a player who can raise up on occasions. Consistency is paramount in this game of football, because if I know you're playing a team like Southampton, Newcastle, Everton, Crystal Palace, those teams, they don't really have big ambitions. Their number one ambition is to stay in the Premier League and stay there, because when you stay in the Premier League, you earn lots and lots of money in there. But teams like Arsenal, who really want to revive their lost glory, they feel like Lacazette shouldn't be part of them, and that's why he's out of the picking order of a manager who goes by the name of Mikel Arteta. And that's why you're not hearing, by the way, that Arsenal is really talking or negotiating with Lacazette to renew his contract, because you've seen Granit Xhaka renewed. I think Bukayo Saka, they are in talks. Kian Tierney, I think they renewed it, and I think very many other players in there at Arsenal, their contracts are being renewed, but I've not yet heard Arsenal coming out and telling us that they are really looking into extending the contract of a man who goes by names of Lacazette. And I think Lacazette would like to stay in London in there, because when you look at the rebuild at Arsenal, it's not bad, it's really promising in there, but I think the manager is really fed up of a man who goes by the names of Lacazette in there. So the Spanish outlet, which goes by names of Two Charges, states that Barcelona have entered the race to sign Lacazette. However, they'll face stiff competition from Atletico Madrid in there. Sportsmail previously reported how Atletico Madrid have registered an interest in the 30-year-old. It is believed Atletico Madrid are keeping tabs on the former Lyon striker as Diego Simeone looks to bolster his attacking options in there. So when I look at Diego Simeone wanting Lacazette because he's having, that means this other boy that came in from Benfica in there, the Portuguese, he's short forward. I've forgotten his name in there, but he has failed really because they bought him a lot of money, close to 100 million euros in there. So I don't feel like, let me first look for his name. Let me look for Atletico Madrid forwards. I've forgotten his name. He's really a popular one. Atletico Madrid forwards. He's a Portuguese. He plays for the Portugal national team in there. All right, I was talking about João Felix in there. João Felix came in at Atletico Madrid at a high price. He was really one of those talents that we really looked at, and he was linked to Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, but Atletico Madrid really won the race. And then recently, it was said that Man City are interested in him, but João Felix, I think, has really failed to live up to the expectations of the so-called team which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid. And I think they are planning to offload him and bring in Lacazette. Yeah, Lacazette comes in with the experience. When I look at that side of Atletico Madrid, for them they have Suarez, Lacazette, Antonio Griezmann. Those three are really a threat. There is even Correa in there, so you look at the team and say, all right, they're now having three center forwards who can really give them the goals that they want in there. Now, when you look at Barcelona, that Koeman, the man who is under tenterhooks in there, anytime they're really going to sack him, is eager to solve the ongoing crisis at Barcelona, having failed to win for the third game running on Thursday night. Yesterday, Barcelona failed to win again. The Dutch manager believes Lacazette could be the answer, as he has scored 67 goals and contributed 29 assists in 173 appearances in there across all competitions during his stay at Arsenal in there. However, his opportunities this season have been few and far between, as he has fallen down the pecking order of a man who got Mikel Arteta. The Frenchman missed the two first Premier League games in there. So when you look, I'm just asking myself, on the two teams, where would Lacazette perform better? If at all I'm the agent of Lacazette, I don't think he should go to Barcelona. One, because Barcelona is in the rebuild, and at the age of 30, you wouldn't like to go to a side which is on the rebuild, because Atletico are the reigning champions of the La Liga in there. And if at all they really get in lots and lots of players on, like Lacazette, that means they are beefing up their squad and they are putting up experience in there. With the Lacazette, Antonio Griezmann and Luis Suarez, if at all they are on fire, my God, Atletico Madrid can win the so-called Spanish La Liga again. They can defend it, because I don't think the only team that they are really going to face in there that is really going to give them a chase for their trophy is a team which goes by names of Real Madrid. That's the only serious team I'm really looking at, because when you look at their table, they've played 6 games. They've played 6 games with Real Madrid. Real Madrid has 16 points and Atletico Madrid has 14 in there. That means Atletico, both teams have not lost a game, and they've only went in and drawn in. Atletico Madrid drawn, and Real Madrid has drawn 1 game. Yes, Atletico Madrid has drawn 2 games in there, and Real Madrid has won 5 and drawn 1 game. Yeah, that's it. So I think if at all I'm the agent of Lacazette, the best team to go to is a team which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid, because even this season, they really have a very big season, a very big chance to go in and win the so-called La Liga in there. They are going to defend it, because they are really on fire. they're really having experienced players. The addition of Antonio Griezmann to the team, they're having Depot in there. So they added very quality players onto them. Now when they add on Lacazette in January, that's really going to be a very good addition to a team which goes by names of Atletico Madrid, and we expect them really to go in. When you look at Lacazette at Barcelona, I don't think he's really going to go there and get enough playing time, because there is Kun Agüero, and Kun Agüero, obviously, he's better than Lacazette. There is this Raphael in there. There is Ansu Fati is coming in. Memphis Depay. So I don't think Lacazette will get enough playing time at Barcelona. And I think even if Barcelona are taking interest in him, I don't know whether to charges that Spanish outlet we have gotten this story. I don't know whether it's really true, but it's just a rumor in there that is really expected to happen in January. But I think if at all Lacazette is to move to a side that's really going to give him football and play, that side should be none other than Atletico Madrid. That's where he fits best, and I think if at all I'm the manager, if at all I'm the agent of Lacazette, I feel he should go that side. But it looks good to see to it that Arsenal can offload such players in there, and they're really eyeing Isak in there. That's Swedish international who plays for Real Sociedad in there in the recent concluded UEFA Europa League match day 2 in there. Match day 1, he scored really a very brilliant goal in there that I loved in there when they're really playing that side. Was it FC Porto? No, it was FC Porto. He scored very well. Even in the Euro, even in the World Cup qualifiers against Spain, he scored a thriller in there. So it shows you the quality in there. And if at all Arsenal really offloads Lacazette and they replace him with Isak, it will be really a very good plus for the team which goes by names of Arsenal. So guys, I really want you guys to go to the comment section and tell me what you think about a man who goes by names of Alexandre Lacazette being linked to a side which goes by names of Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona have entered the race for the Frenchman in there, and they really want to get him in January on the so-called cut price transfer in there. So I don't know what you think about that. Go into the comment section, let me what you think about Lacazette being linked to a side which goes by names of Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. And if at all you are an Arsenal fan, do you really want him to leave Arsenal or you want him to stay in there? Because Arsenal feels like they no longer want his services. They're either looking at Lautaro Martinez or a man who goes by the names of Isak Alexandra in there. Smash the like on the video, comment and share me out. It's a 5-finger salute to all those watching in. I sign out. I stay by the names of Rokani David. Me out.